we've been in Pankor Marina on and off for the last 7 months, and it's really given the other yachties here an opportunity to get to know Marley. A lot of them, you know, they have animals back home, they're really missing that kind of companionship, and so Marley's kind of filled the void for a lot of people around here. He's made himself very welcome. Even when Yosh was doing the boat work, like he was able to just walk around the marina and go and visit different people throughout the day. So they would invite him onto their boat and look after him. He's been very well loved and very well looked after. I think he's put on 3 kilograms since we've been in the marina because of it. Our neighbours bake special cookies for him. Like they set up fans for him, he gets ice water, like all of these things. He's been absolutely spoiled. Couldn't get him to do something to save our bloody lives. he's thoroughly enjoyed himself here in the boatyard, and yeah, so we're gonna strap a GoPro on his back for his last day in the marina and we're gonna have a little view at Marley's life. A day in the life of Marley in the boatyard. Okay, let's see what he gets up to.
Ready for Marley cam, buddy?
It's the Marley cam. Come on. Okay.
Didn't you just leave here, you beautiful dog? Alright. Okay, then.
Look at you. This is the second lot of cheese today. You sure you can take it? Yeah, we don't want to have a squirty bum, huh? Okay. Cheese, look at the cheese. I loves it. He loves it. Not too much though. We've already had a few.
Hello, Marley. Hey.
Sit. True with your mouth shut.
These are our lovely neighbours that Marley just invites himself over to. They have cookies for him, which is very nice. So, is there anything you'd like to tell us about Whippet Marley?
About your experience with Marley?
What a great dog. And I think we're more than neighbors. I think I'm a grandfather. That's Marley. Got any questions?
Yeah.
I mean, it was always
what a
such
guy.
a pleasure for him to come and to watch him coming, have his cookie and lay down and fall asleep.
Yeah.
That's a trust.
Yeah.
Trust.
Yeah.
Comfy, mate. That's your spot, eh? Oh, it's way too early for this. Lucky we have a child that is under 5 months, because that's the alarm clock at 5 in the morning. Alright, so we've just arrived to the vet. So Marley has 3 days until he flies out, so we need to do the final checkups. So we need to get his temperature checked and just scan his microchip, make sure he is the dog that the paperwork says he is, and just get like an insecticidal rinse and stuff. So he has to have one now and then one before he gets on his plane. Yeah, so it's coming to an end. So we'll go get his, we'll go sort the little whippet out, then we'll go check into our accommodation and we can just hang out as a family for the next couple of days and say goodbye to the hound dog. Alright, the old protection on. I'll go deal with the hound. I'll be back, ladies. Well, the hound dog is sorted, so that's basically it. Now we're just going to hang out with him for the next 2 days until he gets picked up for his transport to go to Kuala Lumpur. Thank you. But we are deep in an MCO, so restaurants and shops are closed.
MCO is lockdown.
MCO means movement control order, and so it's very strict at the moment.
Nothing's open, so...
Nothing's open. Marley's had a bit of a rough trot the last couple of weeks, getting him ready to fly back to Australia, and we're getting ready to sail, and we've only got a couple of days left with each other. So we decided to treat him. So we're getting him a penthouse. Let's go sausage, buddy. You ready? Yeah, you ready? Alright, we have to clarify that yes, we are in a penthouse and we've decided to rent out the very top floor of this building for a couple of days, but it is extremely hard to find a pet-friendly hotel and to have it anywhere that's going to be okay. So this joint's pretty old. I reckon 20 years ago it would have been absolute in its prime, but these days it's definitely got character, shall we say. But it's definitely all for Marley, and it's all about the view. Marley loves the view.
Everybody gonna be living it up and say what? Everybody gonna be living it up.
Classic. What do you reckon, girl? Alright, but let's give you the grand tour and see what Marley chose. The biggest thing about this is because we are in MCO, so it is a lockdown here in Malaysia, so you can't really, all the shops are sort of closed, and you can't just willy-nilly go out and about and do your business because of COVID. So the pandemic's actually really bad at the moment here. And so we pretty much, the next couple of days before Marley gets on his plane, we're just going to be living in a room. And so since that's the case, we thought we might as well get a big ass room. One that's got an outdoor area. Have you seen the patio I'm walking on? We've got all this fake grass. So Marley can come out here and do his nuggets, get a little bit of sunshine. You know, it's all about Marley these last couple of days. So the penthouse does have 3 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. And so we decided that, yes, parents get a room and a bathroom, but it just happens to turn out that there's a little bit of extra in there. So we have the cot and Marley gets his own bed. Not that big, buddy. Good boy. Is that your bed? Good boy. You can grab a bum.
Marley.
It is all for Marley. Because he is leaving, it is all for Marley, and we needed a place to stay down here in Penang where we could all stay together. Because he is leaving, we wanted to get somewhere nice. That's why we've got the old penthouse for Marley. To find this hotel here in Penang, we used Hotels Combined. Hotels Combined is an app or a website which will instantly compare the prices on all the other booking websites to find you the best deals. We do have a few special scenarios and filters needed to be used because we do need to have a pet-friendly hotel. So it's quite easy. You just go down the side, click pet-friendly, and up pop those 9 hotels. That's all we had to choose from. So we chose this and we upgraded ourselves to the penthouse. But hotels combined, it stays up to date with all these COVID restrictions that are going on, and it finds you good deals with all free cancellations. And because, especially here in Malaysia at the moment where COVID is really bad, travel restrictions are really tight, we were unsure if we could get police clearance to actually come down here for this trip to say goodbye to Marley. And so having the option of a free cancellation was pretty important for us. But we didn't have to use it, and we ended up upgrading ourselves into the penthouse. So it's all worked out really well. But Hotels Combined, it's a great app, and doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can use it and it'll find you the best deals for wherever you are travelling to. So go check them out. Now we can't have the hound living in a penthouse and not get room service, but room service don't have steaks, so we're gonna have to order him a steak, you know. It's all about Marley. So I didn't get you a steak, mate, but I got you lamb shoulder, so you get meat and bone.
How far away are they?
Oh, they said they're gonna be here now, buddy. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Let's feed the hound. Hello, buddy. Oh, what have you got there? He's after you. Sit down. Drop. Stay. Oh, that was talented. You a little bit of gravy too. Because we're all big boys here, aren't we? Oh, okay. Get him. Oh, get him and take him everywhere, son.
On the marble floor.
So cute. I got you a massive plate too. I think Marley likes having his own bed. Yeah.
Maybe mom and dad were right when they told me this wouldn't be nothing. Maybe I should take their advice, go get a life, or maybe get a job or something. Pack it up and head back home, tell everybody I was bluffing. Maybe I'll just get out my head and focus on what I know's coming. Yeah. Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my
Morning workout done.
As part of the penthouse lifestyle, we get our breakfast delivered. We get our breakfast delivered in the mornings. It comes up in a trolley, and like it's eggs, toast, sausages, beans, good old American breakfast. But sausages, yeah, not really the most advertising looking things on a plate. So we'll make it look fancy and give them to Marley, because Marley needs to eat his breakfast too, you know. Alright buddy, breakfast is served. Want this? Oh, hello. Okay, get it. Get those sausages.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs for brekkie. Woo, woo, woo. Hot dogs for brekkie. Woo, woo, woo. Hot dogs for brekkie. Get him, son. But even though we've gone through so much effort to come down here to Penang and book this hotel, we've got the police clearances and everything to come down here, and everything we thought was in order for Marley to leave, but we're having some hiccups and we still don't know whether he's actually going to leave. So all of this could be for nothing in the end, but I've got a couple of stressful hours ahead of me on phone calls and chasing down people and just trying to sort this out, because everything was in order and now it's not. So lucky we are in a penthouse.
Alright, I got some serious talking to do. Alright, so exporting a dog from a country with rabies like Malaysia to a country without rabies like Australia and New Zealand is really difficult. It's a long process and things need to be done on a certain date leading up to him flying out. There's a lot of paperwork involved and a lot of vet appointments and stuff. So this is a difficult thing to do when there's no COVID around, no movement restrictions, no difficulties with transportation, no banked up, you know, like at the moment I think there's a lot of people that are trying to export their animals and like move home, and so the labs are backed up as well. So this is, yeah, like I said, it's a hard thing to do without all these extra issues on top of it, and so it's made it so much harder to export Marley. Like the time frame that we have to get him ready to fly out has been extended by 10 extra days to help accompany for these new struggles that are happening. But we've tried it once already. We couldn't make it, we couldn't get him ready in time. The lab couldn't process the blood work in time. So this is actually, we haven't really spoken about it, but right now we are going through the third time of trying to export Marley from Malaysia, and every time we try it takes another 26 days. But in the 26 days we can't get Marley's blood taken, sent off to sent off to the labs, which is in Australia, and then have the results turned out within those 26 days. So there is absolutely no way that we can get the requirements done to export Marley on time. So currently right now everything is hanging on the line. We've sent a special request to New Zealand because we've got it done, we will have had it done in 27 days. And so the quarantine officers are super strict. Like they don't bend the rules. This is the rules. If you can't make it, that's it. That's the deadline. That's the way that they've always rolled. There's no grey area. It's just black and white. This is how it is. But because of COVID, they have, like I said, extended it 10 days to accommodate for all of these issues. And so we're pleading the case, stating with all the facts, all of the dates, showing that we physically cannot meet your requirements within those 26 days, not because we haven't done things in the right order, but because of the courier companies have slowed down. The labs are backed up. We can't physically do it, and so right now we don't know if Marley is going to be exported. We've done all of this work and we've Yosh has sent an email to New Zealand quarantine asking if we can have an extension of that by 1 day so that we can get Marley out of here. Otherwise we have to start this process all over again. It's going to take another 26 days. We have to stay in Malaysia and do the whole process all over again, and we still don't know if we'll be able to make it in those 26 days. I don't know what we could possibly do to speed up this process. So that we pled the case. It's up in New Zealand's hands. If they say yes, we'll allow this, then Marley flies out. If not, we're stuck here for another 26 days. Like, yeah, so it's a very bitter pill to swallow. Like, we want to get out of here. We've been here for so long now, and honestly, like, we're not complaining, but it really is taking its toll on us. Where we've been in like complete lockdown for over a year now, and we just want to get out of here. We just want to get out of here and have a bit more freedom, because it's just, you know, I'm sure everyone's having a hard time at the moment, we're having a hard time as well. So come on, everything crossed. Like, we want to leave so bad. Like, let us go home. Like, come on.
So we have to drive back with Marley because he's not flying out now. The vets here, the government vets that need to sign off on Marley's documents for him to fly 2 days before his departure, they all have COVID, and so they're at home, and there's only one healthy vet, and the office is only working half a day. So they can't sign off on the documents, and the documents they need to sign off on with the lab reports that need to be sent from the UK and Australia, they haven't arrived. So we don't have the lab results ready to be signed off by the vets with COVID for him to leave on his flight. We haven't gone into a great detail because it's extremely confusing, as you can see, but it's been a very long process and very frustrating, and we thought he was leaving this weekend, but he's not. So now, through all of this, we're trying to seek extension now, so all of this wasn't for nothing, because we're going to be over the 26 days time limit that he needed to depart on. So we need to seek an exemption from New Zealand, which we can't get until Monday at the earliest. Today is Saturday, so we just leave the penthouse, go back to Nandji and wait the fate, whether we get an extension and Marley can fly, or else this whole 26 days was a waste of nothing, and then we don't know what we can do, because we can't do this process any faster. The 26-day time limit is just going to become even more impossible, as Malaysia is really bad with COVID, obviously, with all the vets sick, and we're going into even more stricter lockdown as of today from midnight. So it's going to be harder to get documents, harder to travel, and then expensive. You know, we've just lost money. This is the third time. So, and every time we've had to spend money to try to get it done, and so we're just spending money for nothing. And so if this doesn't work and we can't get an exemption from New Zealand, then I don't know, we can't go home. Like, Marley stays with us, well, we can't sail home. I don't know, like, what do we do? We need to, I don't want to go down that rabbit warren yet. Just stick on task and do everything we can to get this exemption from New Zealand, which we'll find out on Monday morning. So we just go back to Nandji and wait.
It also puts a lot of pressure on us, because we've got a long sail ahead of us back home again, and it's all weather dependent and season dependent on, so we have, the longer this process takes for us, the less time we have to sail home, and we really don't want to have like a strict deadline, like time limits, time constraints upon us to sail home, because we are sailing with a baby. It's going to be a lot more challenging, and we don't want to be rushed. We want to be safe and not push ourselves too hard, and be able to stop if we want to stop. We don't want to be punching up wind in bad weather and things like that.
But then, even in saying that, we are on a schedule, because Marley, we only have a few weeks left of our visas to enter Indonesia, which cost a couple of $1,000s. Yeah. And so we only have weeks to get to Indo as it is. And so potentially if Marley's delayed, we're not going to leave obviously until Marley can get on his flight and go, which then gives us only a couple of weeks to sail 700 miles. So hopefully we have a good weather window,
Yeah.
like everything's
so we are already under the pump.
Everything's against us, like it's difficult on us. We want to leave. We're trying everything, doing everything, spending money,
everything,
and we can't go.
And everything is done correctly, for the vets. Everything is done correctly. There's nothing missing. Everything's perfect. It's just a matter of we couldn't physically get the lab reports. We can't make the lab work faster than they can work, And it's the
labs in UK and Australia that are causing the delays.
Yeah.
And that's where we want to go.
Yeah. So it's just, who knows what's going to happen, but fuck, it really is a kick in the teeth. I don't know,
3 hours back to Nandji.
Yeah, so we have a 3-hour drive back to Nandji, back to the boat, and then all we can do is wait for Monday and hope, fingers crossed, everything crossed, that we can have an extension so Marley can get there a day later than what he's meant to.
It's all dependent on New Zealand now to get the extension for a week, which we'll find out on Monday. We still don't have the lab results, and we need to wait for New Zealand. That's all it is. The ball's in their court.
Yeah, everything crossed, guys.
Yeah. Catch you.